today we have Sir Aneesh Reddy, co-founder and CEO of Capillary Technologies. Sir, I would like to ask you a few questions. So, first of all, how do you feel to be back at KGP as a distinguished alumni?
It feels great. I actually feel like a student. I just did a 2.0 in the morning. So it feels great to be back.
Okay, so sir, can you tell us something about your most prominent memory of IIT Kharagpur?
Yeah, lots of them actually. So a lot with the hall. So we won the Golden GC in our final year in RK. I think quite a few. Then when we set up the ECell with PPC, I think that was another terrific time. My third year when, for the first time, in my second year we had 25 people participate in robotics. In my third year we had 400. So it was, as you know, the heads lead so it was quite a satisfying experience then as well. I think those three would qualify as the top three.
So sir, from where did the journey of Capillary Technologies start?
Yeah, it actually started with the ECell in a sense. When we set up the ECell between Krishna and me, we kind of knew we would go and start up sometime. And a couple of years into our careers, Krishna was my co-founder, was working with Microsoft. I was working with ITC, and both of us were posted in Bangalore. And at that point in time, we just met up and then we said, look, we're getting bored with our jobs, let's do something about it. Given that we had founded the ECell, we were ringmates together, it was a very natural choice to say, let's go and start off. So 2 years into 2 years out of KGP is when we started Capillary, and it's been a good journey since.
Okay, so along this journey, is there something you wish you didn't do?
Something I wish I didn't do in the Capillary journey.
Yeah.
I think it's been a 9-year-long journey, right? So there have obviously been a lot of mistakes that we've done. I don't think I could keep both my co-founders, although it was a all KGP team. Both of them moved on. I think that's something I wish I could have corrected.
So sir, how can we, the student of IIT Kharagpur, what can we learn from your experience?
It's been 11 years since I've been off campus, so technically we are the same generation, right? So I don't have a lot of experiences, a couple of them which I think, which might be useful. So the first is when I got out of KGP 11 years ago, I had two options to choose from. One was a job at ITC, and the second was a master's at MIT. And as you would imagine, everyone said, look, you're crazy, you should just go to MIT. And I, on the contrary, said, no, I'll stay back in India and work at ITC. That was not because I like smoking or any of that stuff. We had a lot of free cigarettes in ITC, but that was not the intent. It was more about, in KGP, I had, I had done a bunch of these research projects, I had a couple of papers, but at the end of it, I realized that I was not cut out for research. And on the other side, I like building teams like the ECell, like robotics. And that gave me a bigger kick, right? So it was a very natural choice to say, let's go with ITC. So the short point there is, given your background from KGP and otherwise, you'll always have a lot of opportunities, great choices that you need to pick from in life. So in your early years, experiment, find out what you love, and more importantly, what you don't, right? It's easier to find out what you don't love, right? So, and when you have to make these hard choices, have the courage to say no to even the most lucrative options, basis that, learning of what you love and what you don't love. So that's the first one. The second is, the importance of having a life goal. So what happens is, once you get out and get into the real world, in your jobs, you will basically go day to day from one deadline to the next and, one thing to the next. And in a lot of cases, people spend years, even I spent a few years, covering a lot of distance, but essentially with zero displacement. So a lot of stuff is done, but, means nothing. So again, going back, so a couple of years into ITC, I felt, look, I was doing very well, but I don't know where I was heading in terms of what I wanted to do. So I quit ITC and started Capillary up. Again, in Capillary, we've had a lot of times we've been at the crossroads of founders moving out, of decisions to invest more years in building the company or to find an exit, and having a life goal, of saying we want to build a software product bellwether out of India, has really helped us not lose focus. So my suggestion to you would be in your first 5 years of your career or after your first job, spend some time thinking about what that life goal is, right? And every few years, use that life goal as a yardstick to assess, where are you in terms of that life goal, and hopefully pick a life goal which is not about the usual money, position, family type stuff.
So, founders of Capillary Technologies were all mates. How did the friends you made in KGP became a part of your professional life?
We are a KGP mafia. I mean, Capillary is a KGP mafia. If you read our Glassdoor reviews, if you read any of that stuff, and it was not intentional. When you start up, and when we started up, it was 2008, right? It was not when startups were cool. It would basically be one or two startups in the whole year, right, from a batch. And what and our it was a recession, so it was easy hiring. 2008 was the Lehman Brothers recession, right? So it was very easy hiring. And what worked very well for us was we would go into, KK and I and Ajay would kind of go into our networks in KGP, find people who are not happy with their jobs, and pull them in. And where it worked very well was a lot of them knew that we were good people, that we would not take them for a ride. And so it was, so the entire initial team that came up at Capillary were folks that we knew. And as you would guess, our largest network at that point in time was KGP, right? So over a period of time, it ended up becoming a KGP mafia, although we tried speaking to folks from IITs and stuff. I think, and hence, what you did at campus and whether you were loved at campus, liked at campus, I think, at least in our case, went a long way in helping us build Capillary.
What are the changes in the Indian market for startups from the time you started Capillary Technologies and today?
I think we were very lucky when we started Capillary. We didn't have a lot of the nuisance competition you see now. Unfortunately, I think there are way too many startups now and way too much funding chasing way too, a few ideas. And that's meant that, a lot of very, how do I put it, a lot of good ideas which could have survived with one or two people in the market as competition are now killed because you have 20 people and everyone throwing money at the problem. So I think it's definitely, I think the ecosystem supports entrepreneurs a lot more. But I think just given the number of people competing now, I think it will be harder to build large companies. However, I think there's a big opportunity to build, in a sense, the typical Indian companies, right? So, the typical manufacturing, textile, apparel, retail, that type of firms, but more on technology products. I think there's a big opportunity to go behind markets which are 100 crore, 200 crores in revenues, and address the Indian market as such, which is not the shiny objects. You will not have too much of competition. You won't have people throwing random money at it, and it will be, and hence success will be dependent on the team and the product, and not just on who had the most amount of money.
So thank you. That will be all. Thank you so much for your time.
Perfect. So yeah,